tell you one last story. About 12 years ago, maybe 13, Chris Nolan phoned me and asked me if I wanted to do a Batman movie. Of course I wanted to do a Batman movie, and more than that, I wanted to work with Chris Nolan. But I had a problem. I didn't know how to be Batman and split my personality and become the suave and elegant Bruce Wayne. So Chris suggested that I call my friend James Newton Howard, who is one of the most brilliant, elegant, wonderful composers. And off we went to London with our friend Mel Weston. The four of us together came up with Batman Begins. We thought one movie, we never thought about a sequel. Went really well, we had lots of fun experimenting. Time went by, and one day, 2 years later or so, Chris came into my studio. He said, I want to tell you the story of the Joker. And he started telling me the story of the Joker. He started talking about anarchy. He started to talk about a punk vibe. He started to talk about fearlessness and this amazing story. And I said, who are you going to get to play this Joker? Who are you going to get? He said, there's this young actor called Heath Ledger. He'll do it great. Because he is fearless. And that's the performance he gave us. And every day when we started to see dailies, when we started to see takes, Heath was amazing. And just before we finished the movie, we found out that Heath had died. And we were all, you can imagine. And I thought I should tone the music down, I should take some of the noise out, I should just bring it down. And I suddenly realized that the only way to respect this performance, this incredibly courageous performance, was to leave the steel in there, to leave the broken glass, to leave the rusted razor blades. And a few years went by and Chris said, come on, we've got to finish the trilogy. We owe it to ourselves. And so Dark Knight Rises came about. And somehow we found that the playfulness again, the experimentation, all that stuff was all back. And we did the movie, we finished it, we went to New York, we had an amazing premiere. We got on a plane, went to London for our next premiere, arrived at dawn, and went to my apartment. And a journalist phoned, and he asked me what I felt, what I was thinking about the terrible tragedy that happened during the screening of our movie in a very small town in Colorado called Aurora. All those people getting shot, and I hadn't heard about it. So I said the first word that came to me, which was devastated. And all day I was thinking about the victims and the families that were left there alone in this small town in Colorado. And I realized devastated was not a word for me. I write music without words, and I kept the choir that evening and I said to them, can we make a piece that has no words, but feels like we're reaching out to them, reaching out across the Atlantic from London to those people, those poor people that are heartbroken. And we came up with this piece. And you know something? The world hasn't gotten any better. The Middle East, Istanbul, Paris, Brussels, everywhere. But on this stage, the musicians from all nations, from all continents, from all languages. And tonight, here in Prague, we want to play from our hearts, and we want to put our arms around you. This is what we want to do with our music. And this is this piece of music, and tonight it is for you. This piece is called